Member of the Board, Audrey McKinney, President Chris Whitaker, platform guests, members of the graduating class, and special guests. As Mike Gamble said, my connection with Humber has been principally through the advisory committee. And let me tell you that I've been very impressed with what I've seen and heard here in Humber. I've been impressed by the drive for continuous improvement of the institution, by the principles that the institution strives to live by, and by the continuing emphasis on self-evaluation and invitations for outside evaluation. It's entirely very impressive, and I'm honored to be connected with Humber. When I was contacted for this honorary degree, I was pleased, I was honored, and I was bemused, because frankly my connection with formal education has been rather hit and miss over the years. I was doing well in high school until my final year, and I had the bad luck of discovering girls, beer, pool, all at the same time. And I became too cool for school. So I was very fortunate after working for a year as a laborer that I was taken in and nurtured by the RCMP. And I owe that institution for, I think, the early part of my success. I did attempt to recover formal education with a year at the University of Manitoba, but beyond that, I've been largely self-educated, and I'm responsible for all of the failings and gaps that results in. But I had the good fortune to be mentored by some very fine people as I was maturing and growing and learning. My only previous experience, therefore, with a convocation address was with high school graduation. And not a good one, because I was going with a girl who told me that a member of her family's acquaintance, a clergyman, was going to be the guest speaker at the graduation. And I said, it doesn't matter who he is, he's going to talk too long. Then the man gets up there on graduation day with myself sitting on the platform as a student representative, and he quoted me. Very embarrassing. I had to think about what to present to you today, and I thought, well, I could give you a laundry list of principles and rules to live by. But I thought, no, I'll try and focus on one single thing that might be a useful takeaway to all of you. And that is, I commend to you that you design for yourself a personal mission statement, one that is focused and thorough. If you do this, and if you do it in the right way, and put the time and the work into it, it can be the most important act in your lifetime. There's an interesting similarity in the response of many successful people when asked for their life story. First of all, they'll start out by telling about their early days, their childhood, their family, their education, and their early career. And then they will say, and then I got serious. Getting serious can coincide with post-graduation, but usually it's later on in our lives, times of events in our lives like marriage, parenthood, family, early success, or disappointment, because either success or disappointment presents us with an opportunity. Getting serious for me was the beginnings of a family and some early career success, and I had to ask myself the question, what do I do now? I was fortunate. I stumbled on a self-assessment tool by management guru Peter Drucker. It's a self-assessment guide, and it recommended the development of a personal mission statement. To do such a statement, you must ask yourself these questions. Who am I? What do I believe in? Where have I been? Where am I going? What do I want to accomplish in life, in my career and in my personal life? And lastly, what must I do to accomplish those goals? This undertaking requires confronting your deepest desires, your dreams, your doubts, your fears, your strengths, your weaknesses. You have to spill out the guilt and the grief and the resentment and reflect on hope, joy, and love, and strip away all the illusions that you carry. Ultimately, it's an act of moral courage. And you must do this, as President Whitaker suggested, at times of quiet contemplation, when there is no distractions. Once during a particularly frantic event in my life, when I was thinking very quickly, I received some good advice from someone who said, don't just do something, stand there. Your personal mission statement must be constructed in handwritten notes. You can confide in paper and pencil. You can confide in a diary. You can't confide in a PC. Now, it may take days for you to work out your personal mission statement. It may take weeks, take months. You'll gain insights as you go along. You'll make revisions. But here's an absolute. You have to keep it absolutely private. You do not discuss it with anybody else. If you do that, it will bleed away. You will lose the magic. Your personal mission statement must be focused and personal, purposeful, but I guarantee it's a key to success because you will know who you are and you will know where you're going. Personal mission statements can be revised at later times in your life, a career change or some particular change in personal status, and you'll go back to those notes and you'll build on them and revise them. In life, there are somebodies and nobodies. I have a colleague who retired from position of chief of police in a Midwest U.S. city. And when he retired, he went consulting, which meant that he traveled a great deal. He flew back into his home airport one night. He got into the shuttle bus to take him to the parking lot. And in the dim light inside, there was only one man. And the man leaned forward and stared intently at my friend and said to him, "Didn't you used to be a somebody?" And my friend said, "Yes, and someday I hope to be a somebody again." If you construct and live by a personal mission statement, you'll always be a somebody. You'll be a somebody to yourself, and it will convey the confidence that you have in yourself and in your purpose. But I emphasize, you've got to do the hard work. I'll close with a quote from humorist Lily Tomlin, who said, "I always wanted to be a somebody. I should have been more specific." Thank you.